Hey, if you're new here, I'm Rhonda here at the Rustic Cottage. Today I'm going to share another one of my essential oil recipes that we use pretty often here in our household. Last week I introduced a little bit toward an oil that I use basically for joint pain. And today we're going to talk about leg cramps and the massage oil blend that I put together to help with those. Now, in my younger years, I was more susceptible to having leg cramps. I will say over the past several years, I have not had the leg cramps that I had when I was younger. Of course, when I was younger, I would be one that would be out jogging or not drinking enough water. There were several factors that went into play of why I was having leg cramps. Now, here at our home, I will say that my husband periodically in the middle of the night will have some type of leg cramp, a cramp in his foot, and I can say he jumps out of the bed immediately and needs something. His first go-to a lot of times is pickle juice. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about today was the health benefits of using essential oils for things like leg cramps. I'm going to be using 5 different oils today along with a carrier oil. Now today's carrier oil that I have is grapeseed oil. And before we get into the recipe, let me talk to you a little bit about understanding essential oils a little bit better. Back when I started in 2014, there was little information out there for us to find about essential oils. Since then, there is a YouTuber called Dr. Josh Axe. He is very, very educated in the area of using essential oils. I'm going to link a YouTube video down below that he put out about the dangers of essential oils. Be sure to check him out. He talks about some of the things that I just touched on last week about what oils to use if you're pregnant, what oils not to use around pets, and different things of that sort. Last week I used a 10 milliliter bottle, and we put together what was called a roller bottle that we could apply oils with. Today we're going to be using a 30 milliliter bottle. Now this bottle is amber, and we talked about amber bottles last week. It does have a glass dropper on the inside for using this oil. Now when you put together this oil, this will be something that you'll put in your hand and you will massage on your leg. And I will list the recipe below so that you can put together your own oil, but also know that massaging the oil in an upward direction helps a lot. And then after you put it on your leg, put it on your feet. And once you get it on your feet, then slide a sock on during the night. I read where it was recommended to do this for like 2 weeks, and it sort of reprograms your body to think not for your legs not to cramp. But that doesn't mean you do not need to be drinking plenty of water. 8 glasses of water a day is always recommended. So, all right, the first thing we're going to use is Helichrysum. Now, Helichrysum was used by the ancient Greeks. It was very, very valuable. It has in it anti-aging benefits, and this is the first oil that we're going to use today. I have my recipe card, and the recipe that I'm using uses 10 drops of Helichrysum. 9, 10. Okay. Now there are different forms of Helichrysum that you can get. I'm not sure if I would be pronouncing this right, but Italicum is, and I know that's not the right pronunciation for that, but that is the Helichrysum oil that I'm using today. The second oil is black pepper. Now, black pepper, I guess we all could think about how we use that in cooking, where it adds a little bit of warmth to our foods when we're cooking. Well, just like in cooking, black pepper adds a little bit of warmth for massaging any type of oil into your body. And this soothing feeling that you're going to get from adding that, it also helps support a healthy circulation. So in cramping in your muscles, we want to make sure that we add something that's going to help with circulation. Now, all we're going to add is 4 drops of black pepper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And that's everything with our black pepper. The next oil we're going to use is geranium. Now, geranium is a oil that I use a lot. I like to have this close by that right before bedtime, I will rub it in the area of my hair. That as we get older, we start receding in our hairline, and it helps a little bit with that. So, but geranium is basically used to help reduce stress. And in this oil mixture, we're going to add 8 drops of geranium. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Next, we're going to use marjoram. Now, marjoram is a little bit of a different type of oil. It actually lessens the feeling of stress. And I'm reading a note on marjoram because it's not one of the oils that I use a whole lot. But there are certain recipes where marjoram is used. I will say that, and this may be the reason I don't use it a lot. But people who exercise, a lot of times they will rub it on the muscle areas before and after exercising to help relieve any muscle stress in their body. Now, what we're going to add to this oil, we're going to add 4 drops of marjoram. Okay. The next thing we're going to add is ginger. Now, this is the last of the essential oils that we're going to add today, other than the carrier oil. Now, ginger is one of those types of herbs that a root that people use in like Asian type foods. Now, this has a soothing aroma, and if you've ever cooked with ginger, you, especially with chicken or any type of Asian dishes, you will find that there is a sweet aroma that it has with it. Now, the big benefit with ginger is that it aids in digestion. And a lot of people, I know that I will mix sometimes ginger and wild orange together if I have a little bit of a tummy ache and rub it on the abdominal area of my stomach. And it seems to help any type of just unsettledness that I might have. Maybe after dinner when I've eaten something that I really did not set well with me. So we're going to add 4 drops of ginger. 2, 3, 4. Okay. And that is all, that is the 5 oils that we've added to this. Now we're going to finish filling our bottle because there's very little in the bottle. And we're going to finish filling it with our carrier oil. And in this case, I'm using grapeseed oil. Okay. All right. We'll add that on there. We will shake this up and we will set it aside. We did not need my little handy dandy tool today for anything. and I had an extra dropper just in case I had any difficulty with my oils as far as drops today. So just shake it well, put it to the side. If it is something that you're going to be using before bedtime, put it in a good place where you're going to spend, a few minutes actually massaging this into an area. Now, there are a lot of people who do not feel like a highly qualified oil is essential, but as far as the content of the oil in the bottle, it is very important for what you use. You don't want to get any oils that are fake, any oils where they've used pesticides on the plants when they were harvested during the time the plants were growing and they were harvesting and such. So get just a couple of oils. Start out with those. Think about something. I told you about the little book that I used last week. Find some oils that you really would like to begin using. Now, the first oil that I remember my husband using, and he now totes a whole little 15 milliliter bottle in his pocket, is peppermint oil. And I can be walking around in the store somewhere and I can smell peppermint, and I know Greg is somewhere close by in the store when he uses peppermint oil. But he uses it quite regularly. And so, as far as the oils that I use, my number one go-to is tea tree oil, and it is I use it underneath my makeup. I think I told y'all that last week. So be sure to check out, see what some things that you want help with. So that's today, and so I know this evening Greg Gibbs is going to be putting on some of this oil, so he's not having any cramps because it's hot here in Alabama today. We're going to make sure he has some leg cramp oil around. Well, we've finished up another Saturday here in Alabama, and today I actually put together another bottle of leg cramp oil for you so that you can start using tonight and all. This is a larger bottle this time that I made. So hopefully we can get that nipped out. I know that this recipe that I had found said that if you'll use it every night for 2 weeks, it's supposed to deprogram your body from having cramps. So anyway, we're going to try it out and see how it does.
Right.
But
yeah, that if you never had leg cramps, and I'm imagining a lot of people go through that, and especially this time of year, you get dehydrated and you don't drink enough water, and just it just happens. I'm bad to have them all the time. Well, not all the time, but this time of year it's bad. I mean, I've shot out of the bed like a ninja, straight out of the bed with both legs killing me. I mean, it ain't no funny deal. It looks funny to somebody else, but it's rough, and I know a man knows what I'm talking about that has them.
I know it's a bit painful for you, and you'll get some pickle juice.
Yeah.
Drink it to try to get it calmed down.
Right. I'd buy pickles just to get the juice because for some reason that stuff right there slows it up or relieves it.
Yeah.
But I remember one time, probably one of the worst ones I ever had. I'm gonna say it was the worst. To me, they're all bad. I mean, But anyway, we was at this. We went to a movie. Now, get this. We went to a movie and got in a movie theater with another couple, and we went up to the very top. We got there early, and we got up there and sat down and got our popcorn and our drinks and all. And it was that bear movie where that bear tore that man apart, and we got to watching this movie, and I guess maybe we was 30 or 40 minutes into this movie, or maybe been an hour, I don't know. But we was at the very top, and the place was packed.
Yeah.
And it was just loaded with people. and I moved wrong or something, and it seemed like it'd been a hot day or a dry day. I'm not sure. And I had one hit both legs.
It's right about the time that the bear attacked the guy,
It
too.
was. It's kind of crazy. It's about the
So,
time the bear, the movie was going on, and the bear was just making havoc of that guy. And I had hit me, and I got up, and I got luck. I guess fortunately I was sitting on the end. Well, I got on the stairs right there, and I mean you couldn't hear me for the bear movie, but I wasn't hollering, but I was groaning and moaning, and this went on for 15, 20 minutes. And
you were leaning over the
I
balcony
was,
area.
I don't even remember what happened, during that. All I remember was I was in pain.
Yeah.
And I never forget the couple we was with. Uh, I heard his wife.
Yeah.
What was it she said?
She said to me, she said, you think he's going to be okay? You reckon we ought to help him?
Yeah, and I remember her saying that, and then I remember him saying this.
Her husband.
No, her husband saying, "No, it ain't nothing but a cramp." Said, "He'll be all right. He'll be okay." Well, that's true, but when they're going on, it's almost like you think you ain't gonna get your next breath.
No.
And
No.
But it did relieve when I sat down. I know people looking at me like, but you know what? When they're going on, you don't care what anybody says.
You look like you were having a heart attack leaning over the balcony.
I'm surprised that, I was really disappointed. I thought somebody would come to my aid saying, "Hey, look, I'm a doctor," or something. But nobody. I thought that they didn't know I was having a cramp. I mean, I was just carrying on like a.
You got to realize you had a cramp right during the most major part of the movie.
Yeah, it was funny. It was. I had one time before in a restaurant, and it was another one of them like that. The only place I've never had one, and I thank God I haven't. I've never had one. I thought I was fixing to have one in the pulpit one day, preaching. I thought you wouldn't be able to tell it. I move around a lot preaching, so maybe I could have worked it out. But I didn't. I've never had one. I can't say it's not even been. But I don't drink enough water sometimes because I guess I'm like everybody else. But you got to stay hydrated. And this oil, and this she's got right here, it does relieve it now.
Yeah,
I mean, it does. It works. Yeah. It works. And
this is basically the same recipe. I think there was one or two things different. I think the black pepper was what was different in it.
Right.
But the black pepper basically is a warming oil, so that when you start massaging it, it actually helps with getting your muscle calmed down.
Right. And they're always right in here.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known other guys. I've known people having them in their chest.
Mm-hmm. Now, is it in the same leg, or is it in both legs, or is it?
It's like be in any leg, either two, either one. But yeah, But now I had one here the night, and I've laid in the floor, and it's just like your heart just pumping, 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 and they will go away. But you just gotta hold on till the storm's over.
Yep. Basically.
But yeah, I guess.
Well, we're gonna try that for 2 weeks and see how it goes, and we'll let y'all know how it goes for him. Of course, he may not have another cramp until later on.
We hope this guy don't have no more. It's and if you see me acting like a maniac, which it may be just the way I am, and then maybe the cramp.
One of the two.
One of the two.
One of the two. So
yeah, this relieves it, and this works. It seems to work instantly.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah. The roller bottle that I made for you, you could roll on, and then it just went away. You never even made it get any pickle juice.
Never see you have them. If you do, you hide them. I mean, I can't.
I drink probably 64 ounces of water or more a day.
She needs a water hose. Keep her.
I drink a lot of water.
That's right.
I mean,
I don't.
now I
should.
didn't when I drank Coca-Colas
Right.
and Pepsis and things like that.
And they say coffee is not as
It's a stimulator, you know.
It's not a hydrator like water.
No.
I mean, you can't replace
Caffeine can
water.
cause.
Right.
some of
And
those
we all
things.
love that caffeine. I couldn't live without it. And,
Now I drink coffee.
oh, yeah.
Coffee and water is basically all I drink now.
First thing when I get up, if I can just make it to the coffee pot, I know life's gonna get better in the next 4 minutes. As soon as that thing's made, I'm just every sip, I'm better.
Now, when did you start drinking coffee as an adult?
When I was in the late teens, and then I let up for a while. But I drank a cup of coffee. I'm 62, and I've been drinking coffee since I guess the first time I ever had any coffee, my daddy gave it to me. And he gave me some coffee when I was probably 10, 12, 11, 13 years old. I don't remember. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it. But in my teens, staying up and all that stuff, I was driving truck and up all night and all that stuff. And I got to drinking, and I didn't get on it. I mean, we all know the world drinks coffee, but I've been drinking it a long time. And they say this. Now I heard this, that it's coffee's good for you. But I heard a man say this one time. I don't know that any ounce of truth at all to it, but he said if you'll drink at least 10 cups a day, you'll live a 45th longer life than you normally would.
A what kind
40,
of life?
He said 45th, I don't know where he come up with these figures. A 45th longer a life than you normally would. Well, we all know that. It's up to the good Lord how long you're going to live. Coffee's not it's not a life keeper. It's a stimulator, and it's good for you. I tell you what they'll do. They'll give it to you right out of surgery.
Yeah. Well, I didn't drink coffee till I was 49 years old, and I won't tell you why I didn't drink coffee till I was about 49. No, my daddy drank that stuff that came in a little jar that was called instant coffee. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And it was like little granules. It looked like dry dirt outside, and you put it in a coffee cup and stir it up. And he drank. I just couldn't handle that. But when I was 49, I was at Aniana High School, and I had to have something to keep me going, because I was usually there between the hours of 7 o'clock a.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. And I just had to get something in me to keep me going. Now, I was a Dr. Pepper person before that, but I don't know.
Right.
I just started drinking. And when I started drinking coffee, it started out as girl coffee is how it started out.
Now it's gotten blacker.
It's gotten blacker lately. And I don't put like a creamer. I use like it's an almond coconut creamer is what I put in my coffee, along with some stevia, because I'm trying to come off sugar. Sugar is one of those things that they tell us, to come off of.
Right.
So, but I will say though,
now we drink it at night.
We do drink it at night, and I just have started that in the last 6 months and all. But I do enjoy a cup of coffee at nighttime.
Right.
But this week is my last week as a high school counselor. Retirement starts after Friday.
Isn't that amazing?
30 years in education.
30 years.
So
I'm awful proud of you. You stuck with it. You hung in there showed you longevity and your determination, and you've seen a lot of things happen and helped a lot of kids, and education's been good to us.
Yeah, it has. Started out teaching elementary school.
Right.
And then I moved on to be an elementary counselor. From an elementary counselor, I became a high school counselor. And that's where I found the biggest joy in counseling, was with, teens.
Right.
A lot of people, don't understand why there's a group of us that like to work with teens, but I always enjoyed being around the teenagers. At one point, I was a cheerleader sponsor. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Now let me say this about the girls that I had at Aniana. they were absolutely fabulous. They, you know,
They
you hear
was.
all these stories about how, drama and all that stuff. My parents were wonderful to me. My girls were wonderful to me. So I feel
It
fortunate.
was a super set of people down
They
there,
were. They were.
good people.
Yeah. To
And
this
no,
day, I hear from them.
right. And there's a lot of people like that, I guess, in all our life. Like, you know, they people, God sends folks right through your life, and same vice versa. But those were some of the greatest, I guess. You enjoyed it, and
I did.
you done them, you helped them, and they helped you.
Yes. And all. But I'm ending with a great group of people too.
Right. Oh
I,
yeah.
the two men administrators that I have a registrar that's been wonderful. Um, the
Oh yeah. There's
person
some.
that's central office over counselors, she is just like a big sister to all of us. She takes care of us, and
There's some wonderful people on this mountain,
yep,
and there's some you work with, and I mean I've
yes,
worked with some of them and know them, and they know me,
yeah.
and
I've got some count. I
good
can look
people.
across the way and see that I have built a lot of friendships and relationships with different counselors, with different teachers, and it's been a great 30 years.
It
Now
has.
I'm ready for something else. Don't know what that is, but
Yeah.
I'm ready to start something else. Well, guess what we have started? This YouTube channel.
Right. Yeah.
So
And we want you to like it and hit that like button, and we want you to
subscribe.
subscribe.
Yeah,
It helps the channel, and we enjoy doing it, and we're looking forward to what the brighter, sharing this with y'all, and hey, it's a wide open world.
it is.
So
Got a lot of things planned coming up.
exactly,
Want to share it with you?
we actually got a big year planned.
We do. We do.
So we're a busy couple, folks. We've been that way most of our life,
Yeah.
and that'll keep you healthy. And this is the stillest we've been all day. It's right here. We move. We're mobile. We're in motion all the time. But yeah, we're awful proud of you. 30 years at one time there. I mean, that is, and that's an accomplishment. And I'm awful proud of Rhonda. She has proved to be. She's a trooper. Is what she is. She's not a state trooper, but she's a trooper at a wife, and she's good.
Some people might say that I'm a state trooper.
That's true. You only thing you
I,
ain't got's a blue light.
well, and I probably could have possessed that
Yeah,
myself.
that's
So,
right. Well,
but
we
anyway.
won't get on that horse. We'll leave it tied. Yeah.
For those of you that know me, you know what I'm talking about.
Right. Yeah.
So,
And you'll still be doing some counseling. I know a
oh
creature
yeah,
right here. I've been
yeah.
getting it for the most of my life, but
I do not have my LPC. I do not want my LPC. I will say in the last 5 years, well, basically last 3 years since COVID happened, mental health has gone,
yeah, it's
haywire.
gone out the roof.
So it's a different world
It
post
is.
COVID.
It is. But you know, Lord's brought us this far, and
He
we're
has.
we're we're grateful for that.
I'm ready to finish doing some flower beds and getting some things rolling around here.
That's
So
right. New chapter, new things, new deal. Every day is a challenge.
it is. Well, thank y'all for joining us
Right.
today.
Appreciate y'all coming along with us today, and we just liable to pull one of these right out of the hat at any moment. So, but we appreciate you. We appreciate you. Taking your time to listen, and like I said, like it, subscribe. We got a lot of friends, and we want to be friends.
And we
So
want you to be our friend,
that's right.
be a part of this community.
That's it. We all have a
Water's
good
still
evening.
tonight.
Y'all have a good evening and stay safe, and we'll catch y'all. I guess
Yeah. I'm just looking at the
days
water.
days are coming.
Did you notice the water?
Yeah, it's not got a ripple in it.
I know, it's so still.
Still.
I hear the frogs already.
Right.
You heard the chickens?
I heard them a while ago, but
Neighbors' chickens were going bonkers.
they go to heading toward roost, I guess, in this time of night.
You turn off your grill.
I did.
Got it taken care of and all.
Oh yeah, we're ready. Got some rain coming in after a while. Some, I guess, some well needed water. So
That's good.
need some water. So y'all take care of yourself, and we'll see y'all on the next video.
Bye, y'all.
See y'all. Bye.